God says, "My child, pay attention to these words, for they come from the deepest longing of my heart to protect and guide you." There is something moving around you, something that has been hidden from your eyes, yet has left subtle clues if only you look back and see them for what they are. Everyone has been secretly testing you, observing your every move, your reactions, your strengths, and your vulnerabilities. Did you notice? Have you felt the subtle weight in the air, the tension that made your soul uneasy, the moments when you questioned if something was amiss but could not name it? That was not your imagination. That was my spirit stirring inside you, trying to alert you before it was too late. Take a moment now, my child, to reflect on the patterns of the past weeks, or even months, that have left you unsettled. The sudden changes in certain people's attitudes, the seemingly random questions that intruded on your peace, the unexplained moments of conflict that erupted out of nowhere, none of these events were random. They were orchestrated by someone who wished to see how you would respond under pressure. They wanted to discover your weaknesses, and through your reactions, gauge the possibilities of how they might influence or manipulate you. They believed you were unaware that you were too immersed in everyday life to see the subtle signs. Yet I have been whispering to your soul, gently nudging you to stay on guard, to keep your eyes open for illusions. This secret test was not carried out by a stranger. More often than not, it is carried out by someone you know, someone who has smiled in your presence while harboring curiosity or envy, or even a mix of both. They have taken note of your habits, your dreams, your fears. They are either enticed by your gifts or intimidated by them, uncertain whether they should befriend you or seek to undermine you. Or perhaps they are under the influence of a deeper darkness they themselves do not fully understand. The enemy can twist hearts, turning insecurities into missions of sabotage, whispering half-truths that push people to orchestrate trials against the innocent. And now, having observed you in silence, they have gleaned knowledge of your strengths and your fragile points, yet they do not realize that I see all. I, the Lord, am not taken by surprise. I witnessed every contrived situation, every staged event, every conversation designed to lure you into revealing parts of yourself you normally keep protected. This person believed they could remain undetected, that they could mask their intentions behind false warmth, or perhaps behind random coincidences that tested your patience, your convictions, your moral boundaries. But my child, I have allowed this to happen not to harm you but to show you something crucial about who you have around you and to awaken you to your own capacity for discernment. Did you notice how there were moments your spirit felt unsettled, as though an unseen presence hovered around you, waiting for your guard to drop? Did you sense that you were asked questions that dug deeper than normal small talk, that probe areas of your life you rarely discuss? Did certain people attempt to push your emotional buttons, to see if you would break, or lash out, or compromise your values? These are the hallmarks of a hidden test, a spiritual or emotional trial orchestrated by someone who seeks to gather knowledge for their own agenda. My child, do not cast blame on yourself for not catching every sign right away. You have a heart that desires to see the best in people, a grace that is genuine. But in a world where envy and manipulation exist, that grace must be accompanied by wisdom. Now, you might wonder why such a test would even occur. Often, the enemy targets those who carry my light, those whose potential threatens the darkness. If you have felt a call in your heart, a purpose that I have placed upon your life, you should not be surprised that the enemy stirs people to test or sabotage you. They attempt to gather leverage, to see if your heart can be swayed by lies, if your mind can be entrapped by illusions, if your perseverance can be diminished by well-placed discouragements. If you stand firm in truth, if you remain unwavering in prayer, these tests only serve to refine you, to reveal the authenticity of your faith and character, just as gold is tested in fire to prove its purity. Look around, my child, and identify who might have orchestrated these scenarios. The illusions will start to shatter the moment you confront them with truth. Remember also that there is a woman among your circle, someone I have been warning you about, who has worked behind the scenes to sow confusion, to push events in a direction that unsettles your peace. She may have incited others to test you, to glean secrets from your life. She may have spread rumors or half-truths, hoping you would slip into anger or despair, thus revealing your vulnerabilities. She might even appear to be a mere bystander, an innocent onlooker, but do not be fooled. Under that facade lurks a willingness to exploit or manipulate. My child, do not fear. Yes, you have been secretly tested, but I, your God, have also been with you every step of the way, strengthening you in quiet ways, guiding your instincts to protect you from unseen snares. If you have stumbled, if you have given away too much in moments of weakness, do not condemn yourself. I am here to redeem your mistakes, to shield you from the worst outcomes of betrayal. If you have stood firm and remained consistent in your faith and integrity, rejoice, for you have passed an unseen exam that the enemy hoped you would fail. Now you stand at a turning point, the illusions beginning to dissolve, the manipulations losing their power as my light shines upon them. The heartbreak or disappointment that might accompany these revelations is necessary for your next step of growth. Let it move you closer to me, rather than pushing you away. Heartbreak can open the door to deeper faith, enabling you to lay down illusions and cling to the truth of my love. It can refine your discernment so you do not fall for similar traps in the future. This exposure is not for your destruction but for your freedom. By revealing what was done in secret, I am giving you a chance to reevaluate who belongs in your life and who must be held at a distance. You will see people's true colors. Some might show remorse, some might show anger or denial. This process can be painful, but in the end, it saves you from a deeper, more grievous harm that would come from trusting blindly those who are not aligned with my truth. Do not respond with vengeance or hatred. That is the enemy's game, hoping you will react in ways that cloud your judgment. Instead, respond with wisdom. Seek my direction for how to handle each relationship, each situation, each confrontation. There may be doors I'm asking you to close permanently, ties that no longer serve a holy purpose in your life. There may be doors I'm asking you to keep ajar in the hope of reconciliation if the person is genuinely repentant. Only I know the intricacies of each heart, so walk in step with my guidance, not leaning on your own understanding but trusting that I see the bigger picture. Remember that while heartbreak might occur, heartbreak can be the birthplace of profound transformation if you surrender it to me. Do not allow heartbreak to turn into bitterness. Bitterness is a seed the enemy loves to water, for it grows into a root that chokes out your joy, your faith, your love for others. Instead, let heartbreak be a clarifier, a moment that strips away false illusions and sets you free to pursue the truth wholeheartedly. Let heartbreak refine your sense of compassion, your resilience, your unwavering stand in my promises. Be alert, my child, to the illusions that remain in your life, illusions that these secret tests might have illuminated. Perhaps you have illusions about certain friendships, illusions about people's loyalty, illusions about your environment that once felt comfortable but now reveals subtle hostilities. The light I shine today, the revelations I provide, are not to shame you but to free you. Brace that freedom by letting illusions fall away, no matter how comforting they once seemed. Ask me for discernment in every conversation, in every invitation, in every relationship. The one who tested you secretly might try to come again with new tactics if you do not set boundaries. The people who manipulated events might shift blame onto others or disappear when accountability beckons. Stand your ground in truth and love, not cursing them, not stooping to their level, but upholding righteousness and clarity. If they attempt to guilt or shame you for stepping back, remind yourself that illusions are not worth sacrificing your peace and spiritual integrity. The angels are on your side, not only exposing illusions but also guiding you toward the genuine connections you need in your next season. I do not want you to remain in suspicion forever, my child. Everything can become a prison if unchecked. Instead, I want you to operate in wise discernment, welcoming those who consistently show honesty, kindness, faithfulness, and distancing yourself from those who repeatedly demonstrate betrayal, manipulation, or deceit. This is not unkindness, it is wisdom. The woman who orchestrates or fuels these illusions is, in some ways, also a victim of darkness, though she may not see it. The enemy uses her insecurities, her envy, or her desire for control, turning them into tools that sow discord in others' lives. Pray for her deliverance, but do not let her chaos ensnare you. If heartbreak is inevitable in detaching from these entanglements, know that it is heartbreak my love can heal. Better heartbreak now, leading to spiritual clarity, than heartbreak later, more devastating because illusions were allowed to persist. You may feel sorrow when the depth of betrayal becomes clear, sorrow that someone you valued had motives so far from love. Yet my child, sorrow can be a teacher if you allow it. It teaches you the value of sincerity, the treasure of loyalty, the necessity of guarding your heart with my wisdom. You will see how precious it is to have relationships rooted in genuine love and honesty, relationships not built upon tests or manipulations. This realization can strengthen your bond with those who truly stand for you, drawing you to form a circle of authenticity and trust. Yes, heartbreak might be the cost of parting from illusions, but heartbreak is not the final word. Once illusions are gone, once the manipulator's power is broken, once the heartbreak is faced and surrendered to my healing, you will move forward unburdened. In that new freedom, you will be able to discern quickly who is for you and who is against you, who invests in your growth and who tries to siphon your energy for their own gain. your steps will be lighter, your direction clearer, your faith stronger. My blessings, once obstructed by the illusions, will begin to manifest more readily. Therefore, my child, do not skip this message. Do not push aside the sense of urgency. Recognize that I am alerting you, so you do not fall blindly into the heartbreak the enemy wants to orchestrate. If heartbreak must come, let it be heartbreak you are prepared for, heartbreak that you handle with courage and faith, heartbreak that you transform into a catalyst for deeper reliance on me. If illusions must fall, let them fall swiftly, so you can step into the genuine path I have carved out. Exposing illusions, removing toxic influences, unveiling the manipulations, these are my gifts to you, painful though they might appear on the surface. Embrace them. Let the illusions fall so you can walk in truth. As you do, you will see my love overshadow every sorrow, my grace supporting you in your weakest moments, and my purpose shining through what once threatened to destroy you. Yes, someone secretly tested you. They might have found you stronger than they expected or more vulnerable than you wished. Either way, the time for hidden tests is ending. Now is the time for clarity, for you to decide who has access to your life and who does not, for you to rely on my guidance more than ever. If heartbreak comes with these revelations, let heartbreak come, but handle it as a stepping stone to wholeness. That is my promise. I use every heartbreak to shape you more into the image I designed you to bear. So, my child, with open eyes and a steady heart, receive this message. Let the illusions crumble under the weight of my truth. Let heartbreak refine you. Let the manipulator be exposed. Let your soul find rest in my presence, beyond the lies, beyond the tests, beyond the heartbreak. You will come out of this storm with unwavering strength, deeper understanding, and an unshakable connection to me, your God who loves you without measure. Thus I say, be ready and do not skip this message. A secret test was placed upon your life, but I am revealing it so you will never again walk blindly. Embrace the heartbreak if it leads you to my healing. Embrace the exposure if it leads you to my truth. Embrace the fall of illusions if it leads you to the freedom I have always desired for you. You are my child, and I will guide you every step of the way. God says, my child, listen carefully, for what I am about to reveal to you is not something your natural mind can comprehend without my spirit awakening your inner eyes. Someone you trusted, someone you believed was sent to support you, secretly tested you. Yes, they set you up emotionally, spiritually, relationally to see how you would respond. They baited you with false kindness, with surface loyalty, with controlled conversations. They wanted to see if you would fail. They wanted to measure your heart, and they thought they were doing it in silence. What I saw it, I watched every moment. I heard every word, and now I am bringing it into the light. Did you notice? Did you sense the way their energy shifted? The way their questions suddenly felt rehearsed. The way they were present, but only in the shallow waters of your life, never willing to go deeper, never willing to carry your burden with you. That wasn't your imagination. That wasn't you being paranoid. That was me stirring your spirit to see what they were truly doing. This person did not test you to help you grow. They tested you to find a reason to disqualify you. They wanted to prove that you were not who you said you were. That your heart was impure. That your motives were flawed. They smiled while they set you up. They nodded in agreement while internally writing a list of your weaknesses. And all along, they thought they had hidden their intentions well. But now, I am tearing the veil. My child, this was not a random encounter. This was not an innocent mistake. This person was assigned to you, not by me, but by the enemy. Yes, they were sent. And they accepted the assignment. They entered your life with familiarity. They spoke your language. They used your vulnerabilities as a doorway. They gathered data in conversation. They watched the way you handled small offenses. And when you didn't break, when you didn't react the way they hoped, they became disappointed. But they didn't stop. Instead, they doubled down. They fed information to others. They shared parts of your story with people who didn't deserve it. They repackaged your pain and retold it in rooms you were never invited into. And when things didn't go their way, they moved silently into bitterness. But they stayed close, just close enough to keep listening, just close enough to watch your next move. But now, God says, I am exposing this woman. I am shining my light on her words. She cannot hide behind her smile anymore. She cannot wear the costume of concern any longer. Her heart has been revealed. Her motives are exposed. Her secret testing has come to an end. And now, she will face the consequences, not because I am cruel, but because I am just. You asked me to remove the wrong people. You prayed that I would surround you with truth and light. Did you think I would answer that prayer with silence? No, my child. I always answer, but I do it in my time. And now is the time. Now is the hour when masks fall. Now is the hour when secrets shatter. Now is the hour when betrayal can no longer stay hidden. Be still. Watch. You will begin to see things clearly. A strange comment will surface. A message will be revealed. Someone will say too much. And that will be your confirmation. You'll feel it in your bones. You'll know it's me pulling the curtain back. And when it happens, don't run from the truth. Receive it. Embrace it. Because only through truth can you walk in freedom. This woman wanted to test you to measure your worth. But I already measured you long before you were born. I knit you together in your mother's womb. I knew every mistake you would make, every failure, every weakness, and I still chose you. I still anointed you. I still called you. And her test cannot undo my approval. She forgot that I do not choose based on perfection. I choose based on purpose. I choose based on heart. And yours is pure, even when it's tired. Yours is faithful, even when it's broken. And I will defend you. I will vindicate you. I will lift your name in rooms where others try to bury it. Be careful, though. Do not let her betrayal make you bitter. Do not let her lies plant roots of anger. You must stay clean, even when others play dirty. I am your defender. I will handle this. And I will do it in a way that brings healing, not just for you, but for others who were also deceived by her. Because this woman didn't just test you. She tested others. She has made it a habit of probing hearts to find flaws. She uses people's pain for her gain. But her season of influence is ending. You will begin to notice that her name carries less weight. Let people listen to her less. That her words begin to feel hollow. That is me removing her platform. That is me protecting others from her schemes. And you, my child, will be a testimony of what happens when you keep your heart pure, when you keep your hands clean, when you choose to bless instead of curse. I know it hurts. I know the betrayal stings. You didn't see it coming. You trusted her. You believed her words. You thought she was genuine. But this had to happen. I allowed the test so you could see who she really was. Because she could not go with you into your next season. She carried too much deception. And your next season requires truth. I am elevating you. I am positioning you for greater influence. I am releasing new assignments, new relationships, new opportunities. But I had to cleanse your circle first. I had to prune what didn't belong. And she did not belong. Let her go. Release the need for revenge. Let me write the next chapter. I will give you peace. I will give you wisdom. I will surround you with people who carry truth. People who see you through my eyes. People who don't need to test you because they trust what I've placed inside you. That's what's coming next. But first, this exposure had to happen. You are not alone. You are not crazy. You are not overreacting. You are waking up. Your spirit is waking up. Your discernment is activating. And I will lead you. I will confirm everything. I will give you dreams. I will send messages. I will put scriptures in front of your eyes that speak directly to this situation. Follow my voice. Stay close to me. She thought she was testing you. But it was really me testing her. Now open this before it's too late. This is not a game. This is a spiritual shift. The truth is here. The exposure is happening. And I am lifting you higher. You are covered. You are protected. You are chosen. Let it be done. I have spoken. Such what I do next.